wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
I always want to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello everyone, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam! And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradley's Fun. This is The Dish, and I hope that wherever you are, you're having a fabulous day, fabulous night, fabulous evening, fabulous middle of the day, whenever it is. I hope it's fabulous. I hope it's phenomenal. And I hope that you are in good spirits as we are here on the show. Beautiful evening outside. Where's my beautiful moonlit night out there? It's amazing because it looks so much the same as it does every night when I'm doing the show. My beautiful wife popped in. Happy anniversary yesterday to my beautiful wife. Virginia Itzus Soros is her newest channel. I probably botched the name. Sorry, baby. But that is her shopping channel, and she's getting going on that. So please do subscribe over there. Our moderator and great wrench Go and Shogi is not with us tonight because he is celebrating his birthday. So happy birthday to Go and Shogi. But I do want to say hi to everybody that is here because, as you know, if you've showed up, you are the Energon that gets this guy to transform and roll out of, well, at this point in time, it was rolling out of the Skyliner to be here with you guys tonight.
Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy! This stuff's the greatest!
So let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat tonight. Fairbrick Studio says he has liked and he has shared. Thank you, Wayne, from across the pond. Fairbrick Studio. He might be in bed now. I don't know. It's late over there. Tom F says, hail all, and Avarice Carmageddon chimes in with aloha, Ron. Well, aloha to you, Avarice Carmageddon. Good to see you, Thomas, chatting back and forth with Avarice. And then William Schweikert is here. William, Captain William. I salute you, William. Thank you for being here. Hello, all. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Aloha. And Kit Kat is also here. Good to see you, Kit Kat. Where did that go? And let's see who else. Jess Hart's Theme Parks. She says, hey all, hey all. And who else do we have popping into the chat? Of course, my beautiful wife is here. Good evening, everyone. We enjoyed our 14th wedding anniversary last night. 14 years. I don't know how she has put up with me for 14 years, but I am here and not in jail, so that's good. So, and she's going to throw me behind bars one of these days, I swear. Linda F is here. Hello, Linda. And my beautiful wife says, hello, Tom, Linda, William, Fairbricks, Kitty Cat, Jess, Disney Secret Kingdom, chiming in from across the states, from the West Coast. Good to see you guys. All right, Brittany. And let's see who else is here. Avarice. And Mr. Fulton Mraz says, hello, Ron, and everybody. Everyone, today is me and my girlfriend, Kaylee, and we're celebrating our 11th anniversary celebration this weekend. Well, happy anniversary to you and Caitlin, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. And, where did that one go? Yes, there. Happy 14th. May you have more anniversaries. I certainly hope to have many, 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 living to be 100 and have like 60 anniversaries, or I don't know. I think that would be right. Why don't we got married when we were both right? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, and it's also going to be good to see my guest. Before we bring the guest in, I want to let you know that we have a sale. Wait, William says, what does William say first? Captain, thanks, Ron, but I wasn't an officer. My rank was Chief Petty Officer. They called me Chief. Well, hello, Chief. I still salute you. I was nothing but an actor who played like I was in the Army. But I had to do a lot of saluting. Somebody from the Army actually came in and taught us the proper way to salute, which is why I salute. I think that I do it properly. Oh no. And we had a member milestone chat from Mr. Fulton Mraz. 5 months. Congratulations, 5 months. We lost Jane Goodall, and she has passed away at 91. I had not heard that. I feel bad. I don't want to play a celebration video for that chat. That is sad. Do we have? I don't know that we have an appropriate video. Okay, here. How about this one? It would have been nice if she would have stuck around with us because we wanted more.
Is that everyone? But you wanted more?
Yes, Jane. We wanted more, and sorry to know that she has passed. That's the first time I'm hearing that. Yeah. That's definitely, and yeah, absolutely. I have been so busy today. Been out and about. Let me get this on the screen for you all. Got to get this up here. All right, share. All right. Add that to the stage. Okay, so follow the Bradley's Fun. So the spread shop right now, we've got 20% off for the next 5 days. So if you go to the spread shop, and I will put the link in the chat. If you want to purchase something from the spread shop, there is the link. And if you go right now, you click up top to on where it says redeem, and it is 20% off everything right now. So we have the shirts. This design is the Rip Reed E Creek design, and I'll blow it up for you so you can see it. It's really funny. Here lies the ashes of Reed E Creek. With foot stuck in mouth, their outlook turned bleak. So you can wear that shirt. It's a good one for Halloween, and it's really, really funny. And if you wear it to the park, it would be so funny for anybody that wears that to Disneyland or Disney World. Disneyland, it would be really funny because people would wonder what the heck it is. Disney World, people would be like, Reedy Creek, what is that? Oh gosh, I would get a kick out of that. My mom just popped in, by the way. Say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. But yes, there is the link to the spread shop. If you purchase something from the spread shop during the show, let me know. We'll celebrate that just like we would any other super chat. We do have a goal on the supers tonight. 5. If we hit the goal, by the way, to hit the goal, it's a super chat of anything, 99 cents and up. So you don't have to spend a lot of money there. But if we do hit the goal, it's the first day of the month. And of course, we want to get the month started off right. And we will tell you stories from our childhood. What is Reedy Creek? Yes, exactly. Reedy Creek, Walt Disney World. Yeah. So yes, absolutely. And some of the other designs, of course, there are more than one design, obviously. So if we go back up to, let's look at all the other products that are there. So this is the Reedy Creek design. We've got the Follow the Bradleys Fun YouTube channel design logo merchandise, and you can see what that looks like. And that can go on many different items. So we've got hats and aprons and mugs and t-shirts and all the likes, long sleeve t-shirts. Those are nice. You got a baby onesie. I don't know why you'd want to put it on a baby onesie, but and then we've got the dish, right? So you've got the if you're a fan of the dish, you want to let people know that you are a fan of the dish, then you've got that. All of this merchandise, most of the shirts and stuff, you can change the background color, you can change the color of the shirt. And then, of course, we've got the Make Disney Walt Again, which is basically about bringing the spirit of Walt back into Walt Disney World or Walt Disneyland. But yeah, so that is the spread shop. So if you get a chance and you want to purchase something at 20% off and you buy something, you let me know. Well, then we will celebrate that, just as we will celebrate any of the supers, any of the member chats, milestone chats, or any gifted memberships, or anybody becomes a member of the channel. We will celebrate any of that. What does a celebration look like? Well, it could look something a little bit like this.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a birthday! Oh, this is just the best of my scene.
Yes, and also when we celebrate, throw some fun emojis in the chat. If you're a member of the channel, you can also use your channel membership emojis. And William says, Slim wasn't bad, Ron. Much better than Steven Seagal. He played Chief Petty Officer that was a Navy SEAL. The most famous chief was Chief Miles Edward O'Brien, Star Trek, DS9 and TNG. Cool. Deep Space Nine and the Next Generation. That's cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so thank you for the celebrations, and let's start to bring on our panel.
Afternoon, everybody.
Tom!
What's going on?
Well, I've had a busy day checking out walls.
So I'm thinking you didn't go to Walmart. You went to...
I went to Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney, okay.
Let me tell you, but I guess they really, really want you to just get used to it right now, because right now when you check in at the ticket the TTC, Ticket Transportation Ticket Center. That's all walled off now. They've got that behind construction walls. I'm not even kidding. The very first thing you see when you are dropped off at the Ticket and Transportation Center, it's behind walls. I guess they're fixing the ticket booths or something back there. Yes, absolutely, Carmageddon. It is walled.
Get more tickets. I don't think it's happening.
Walled at Disney World. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're consistent in their team. Everything's walls. You're not wrong, man. It is. It's. If I can get to the point where I can show the footage, I'll show some of the footage that I took today, which will be used widely around the WDW Pro and that Park Place channels soon. And I'm doing a lot of stories on that for that Park Place, so you'll see a lot of that stuff coming up. But in the meantime, we got to bring on more and more. Let's bring on this most famous of all guests that we've ever had on here.
Right.
Oh, wait a
I thought
second.
it was going to be Jeff.
Him?
Jeremy, famous
He's
Jeremy.
famously, I don't know.
He's got his strings. He's got his pucks. What else do you need?
I got
It's
this
a-
guy on the wall, this little metal hockey guy.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna smack him in the head with a friggin'
Yeah,
Dude.
my wife put that there.
We will invite you over and we will have a puck in good time. It's funny because I have a friend who his nickname is Puckhead.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like everybody calls him Puckhead. He's been Puckhead for I don't know, probably I guess his whole life since he was a teenager or whatever. He goes by Puckhead, and I think you can even look up his YouTube channel, Jason Puckhead Diebold. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of puck heads out there. I guess you just got to say the word very, very carefully on YouTube. And I think I hear a knock at the door. Is there somebody else back there?
Doc, calm down, okay? Just calm down. It's me, it's Marty.
No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future.
Hey, Doc, that's right, but I came back again. I came back from the future. Don't you remember last night? You fainted. I brought you home.
This can't be happening. You can't be here. It doesn't make sense for you to be here. I refuse to even believe that you are here.
But she is here, and she's back. Our good friend Jess from Jess Hart's Theme Parks.
Hey, you guys, it's good to be back.
Good to see you. How you feeling? You feeling better?
I'm getting there. Yeah. Just
Apparently I'm stuffy,
One day at
and
a
I
time.
don't even
it's
know
okay.
it.
It's probably we're used to
be wearing
painting a
your
lot
starched
at the
shirt.
walls.
Oh my gosh, it's so it's so funny because in National Lampoon's Vacation, right? It was called Wally World.
Yeah.
Right. And like when you go to Walt Disney World now, it really is Wally World. It's just by the way, for anybody that wants the t-shirts, this is what they look like.
Ooh, nice.
I just realized I was wearing one tonight. So and I got this is fun because if you wear this out and about, people will look at it. At first, they might give you a mean look. You don't know whether they're going to give you a mean look or a nice look, but it's going to be one or the other probably. And then they'll read it and they'll be like, wait, what does that mean? And you can tell them, look, Disney just doesn't have the Walt that it used to have. We want to bring as much Walt back to Disney as we can. And the funny thing is, I think the executives saw that hat and they saw me wearing it and they didn't understand it. And they said, oh, make Disney Walled again. Okay. we've done
all
that.
your fault, isn't it?
It's all my fault. They have made Disney Walled again. You want to see some of the walls?
You gotta
I
do
don't
that
know.
Star Wars thing. Go down with you pretend you're in the trench run. Stay on target.
Yeah. God, it feels like that, right? Stay on target. Stay on target. Let me see if there's something. I don't know what's been uploaded or not. But I might be able to bring some of it up on my Google Photos. And by the way, this was a surprise to me. And let's see if I can show this. This was a tremendous surprise to me when I saw it today. Do you know what that is? Anybody?
That's the
Epcot.
That's at Epcot. That is Communicore Hall, and it's
communicate. Oh, whatever they call it.
It's back to being unthemed again. It's just a big, large, pink, empty area. As you can see, there's not a lot of guests there. That's the whole space, pretty much. And they've been having it themed. It's where the kids thing was this summer, where they danced around with Goofy under a parachute like you were back in elementary school. No, I would say that it's not even close to being as nice as a college food court. Like, not even, like, literally when I went to school, and I went to the college in the 1990s, and food courts were way better than this at college back then.
And there were people in them.
And, well, they were always, I mean, if you went to the food court, if you go to the food court at a college, it's going to be crazy busy. So Pepto-Bismol, yeah, it kind of looks like that.
It's like my last colonoscopy without the tables.
No, they don't have anything there, which is really surprising because you got the festival going on right now. So you would think now what they used to do back in the 2010s when they had the festival building where Wonders of Life used to be. It's a shuttered building right now. It's supposed to be the Play Pavilion, right? But they used to have that as the festival center. This is supposed to be the festival center, and they have nothing going on in there right now. And what's weird is they used to have like cooking demonstrations and all kinds of stuff back then. Had like professional, huge name chefs come in, and it was amazing. They always had, I want to say it was it Ghirardelli? I think they used to do chocolate samples back there, and they sold chocolate, and the food and wine was always in the past my absolute favorite time of the year at Epcot. And now it's just like, I mean, it was supposed to be better. And it's such a disappointment for me personally, because Epcot was my favorite park. And when I first saw the overhaul that they were going to do, I was excited. First of all, there was a water feature. That's, gone, doesn't exist. They said that they were getting rid of the Fountain of Nations, but that they were going to have a water feature, and there is no water feature other than Journey of Water, which is closed off. It's not even a walkthrough the way I thought it was going to be. Snake Eyes. Still, Everett says I still see Snake Eyes in two big round lights. The festival building was supposed to be a 3-tiered building, a really cool looking design and the concept art, and this is what we ended up getting instead of that. And it's so sad. And of course, Spaceship Earth was supposed to be redone, which is shut right now, but just for a regular refurb. It's the things that we were supposed to get versus what we actually got. Just so bad and lame, like really, really lame. It's just really super, super sad. And I like I said, it stinks for me personally because Epcot was it was a cherished place for me. And let me show you some of the walls, and you may see this footage elsewhere, like around, I want to mute this. But just so you can see, so I was out there today. This is Hollywood Studios. And this is one of the construction walls at Hollywood Studios right now. And there are lots and lots and lots of construction walls going on at the studios at the moment. This is one. And let's see if here's another. So you can see that's where the arch. Apparently, they're going to tear this archway down. I don't know why they would. It doesn't really make any sense because from what I've seen, if they plan to tear it down, but like not put anything else up in its place. And what's that?
Are they allergic to shade? Because at least it provides some of that.
It does provide a little bit of shade. When you go behind it, you got this construction wall that leads all the way back and blocks off the entire courtyard area. When you see Star Wars launch bay back there. That's where they're going to replace it, and they're going to replace it with the magic of Disney animation. When I was talking with the cast member said, because there used to be another gift shop back there as well, and they didn't know whether that gift shop was going to reopen. Yeah, that's Hollywood Studios, okay? Just Hollywood Studios. But wait, there's more. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh. Let me get to Magic Kingdom and show you what I was able to see out there. Wow. As soon as it comes up, I want to make sure it stays muted. And here is Disney's Magic Kingdom. Okay, so what you're seeing here, that is the construction on Big Thunder Mountain that has been ongoing for roughly a year or so right now. So Big Thunder Mountain, one of the best coasters currently down. That's the wall in front of it. And this is the end. Okay, that is the end of that wall. And let me see if I've got a lot more video footage of some of the other. All right, so there. All right, so that was the end of the wall. This is coming close to the end of the wall, right? This is the wall that goes on the other side of, as you can see, Tiana's Bayou Adventure right there. Wow.
So
so why don't they put a wall up to block the broccoli?
Yeah. Yeah, it's worse than Walcott.
Bottom.
It's way worse than Walcott. This one is blocking off the Rivers of America old area. It's weird because you've got some decor that they couldn't block off there, I guess, exactly. And this wall now stretches, and this is just like a berm that they've put up on the outside of the Rivers of America. So what you're seeing, this is the next piece of it that goes from Big Thunder. This goes all the way around to the Haunted Mansion, and I'm going to show you that.
It's like the Tron light cycle. This is how you die.
Yeah. Oh, look at this is the walkway. This is the walkway now. Now, I have to say, I guess the walls are a little bit less of an eyesore than the empty river that looks disgusting, but I mean, it's just kind of bizarro land.
The thing that
look how long this is.
Knowing how long this stuff's going to be up like this, I think makes it even worse.
Yeah. Okay, so they're
just
starting
people to be a rat in a maze.
Well, I mean,
if you're lucky,
you're staying on the outside of all these walls. But what Jess mentioned though is so correct, because this is just the beginning as far as the dates are concerned. You can see it. Look at the wall. I mean, it just your entire view is blocked right there of anything. I would assume most people are now going to be staying off this walkway. They're certainly not going to have the Chippendale meet and greet that they had there for such a long time. And this is what it looks like in the middle of that wall. Like, that's not even this wall circles the entire Rivers of America area. It goes all the way back around to the Haunted Mansion. It goes in front of Liberty Square. It's just there you go. There's the beginning part of the wall right there. Wow. Now, from here, if you watch this video, if you look around on the right-hand side, you can see in the background Haunted Mansion. That wall stretches all the way back and around to the Haunted Mansion. So it's walled off literally from the Haunted Mansion all the way around. I would say that's got to be more than 1,000 feet of walled area that you're walking in front of. It has to be more than 1,000 feet. It's got to be maybe 1,200 feet, maybe the space of about 3 football fields. And this is at Magic Kingdom. This is not even Animal Kingdom. So now you've seen the walls at Magic and at Hollywood. And I think I just took pictures of the walls. I don't even have video of the walls at Animal Kingdom, but people are still paying full price for the tickets and full price for the lightning lanes. So
I feel sorry for these people. It's ridiculous.
Is it a good time? So here's the debate. Is it a good time to go to Walt Disney World because it's walled off and less people are probably going and maybe the crowds are lighter?
If they discount the
I don't know,
tickets,
what do you think?
I mean, if they would do it, you know?
And then I don't know that they're going to discount. I think they have specials, but there's all rates for Florida families. See, the problem is if you're coming from New Jersey, like the people I talked to today, or you're coming from out of the States or whatever, you may not know exactly how many rides are down. That is an excellent question. There's only 6 rides open in Animal Kingdom, only 6 right now. At Magic Kingdom, you've got part of the train down. You've got Big Thunder Mountain is down, and then whatever goes down during the day. So, yeah, when Tiana's Bayou Adventure goes down, or whatever else.
Yeah, did they ever work out any problems where they got that running more than it was?
I think so. The line waits aren't very long for. When I was out there today, the wait was 25 minutes, but it wasn't worth going on it for me because I've been on it enough times. It's just not. There's nothing exciting about that ride. It's so pointless. Hey, James All Day just popped into the chat. But yeah,
this is exacerbating an issue that they've already been trying to kind of tiptoe around. There's not a lot of rides in these parks anymore.
It's really. Let me show you a video of just how busy it was out there today. Here you go. Because we've been talking about the lack of crowds. It's not busy, but you can see in this video. I took this. This was, I want to say, just after 3:00 in the afternoon. That's the front entry plaza, which is usually filled with people. And this is at the Magic Kingdom, the flagship theme park. Took this from the top of the train station. Guys, this is real video. I took it today. You can't really argue with the numbers. I mean, the fact that literally that first street in front of the train station is completely empty and void of people. There's a couple people walking around. And as as they filter into Main Street, there's a few more people because at the time the Dapper Dans were singing, and that's the crowd they got. This is just the reality. So is it a good time to go? I don't know. If you're local and you're a pass holder and you can use your pass, maybe it's a good time to get out there and wade through all this construction. But if you're vacationing here, I would maybe suggest that now is not necessarily the best time to do Walt Disney World, or at least investigate before you come to see what is or is not going to be open. And understand you're going to run into a lot of construction at these theme parks, and your time and money might be better spent at Universal at the moment. What I would suggest, though, if you are coming to Walt Disney World, don't get lightning lanes. You do not need them. Today, when I was out there today, the The highest posted wait, I think, ended up being 45 or 50 minutes for Tron. And the posted waits are not necessarily, the actual waits. Dan's Life at the Kingdom says, yep, it's time to head to Universal. And speaking of Dan's Life at the Kingdom, I think we have something to celebrate here where we've got some supers. Again, Mr. Fulton Mraz reminds us that we lost Jane Goodall. She passed away at age 91. Very sad. But Dan's Life at the Kingdom says Stardust Racers aren't going anywhere. We'll get to that story in a minute because I'm telling you, I think that Benjamin Crump wants it torn down. And Andy W. chiming in, member for 8 months. The walls would make me feel claustrophobic. I think the walls would make everybody feel claustrophobic. Let's do a little celebration for these member milestone chats. I think it's time for a Wookiee dance. Wookiee dance. Thank you for those member chats. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of an echo, guys. So if somebody has on a monitor, I don't know where the echo is coming from. It's a little bit. Hello, echo one, echo bass. And I wanted to see if I have any other. Okay,
I'm gonna mute.
Any other footage that. Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2. Might have.
I think we're good now.
Oh, there are more walls. There are more walls to show. Oh no. My goodness! Remember, I said right when you get to the ticket. I know. Oh no. The Ticket and Transportation Center. When you very first get to, if you're going to the Magic Kingdom, the first place that you have to come to is the Ticket and Transportation Center. There's the Ticket and Transportation Center. The very first thing that you see before you ever go into the Magic Kingdom is walls, construction walls. And so there they are.
At least they set expectations.
That building right at the very beginning of your video on the far right, that used to be a gift shop, didn't it? Has that not ever reopened?
It has not opened. I have not seen it open since the pandemic, and it's still marked as a gift shop. You can still look in the windows. I don't know if they have the windows blacked out or not. They might have them blacked out. But this is the construction that you see, and then you get on the other side of it, and this is what the construction walls look like. It's blocked up. So normally when you're walking back to your car, if you parked there, you would go all the way to the left side of this where that lady is with the stroller at the very end. Obviously, also Ticket and Transportation Center, the main hub for coming into and leaving Magic Kingdom. As you notice, there are no people. Okay. There's literally no people around there either coming into or going away from Magic Kingdom at this time. It's literally that. Yeah, not busy. 40s Mandalorian. Wait a second. I went to click on your chat. There it is. Disney has a serious PR problem. People just don't trust them anymore because they are a family brand that doesn't believe in family values. You're absolutely correct. It's one of the biggest problems they're having right now is their identity as a company is as confusing as the identity of Hollywood Studios and what kind of a park that is supposed to be, because Disney has always stood for being a family brand. And yes, they have offshoots, have had offshoots like Touchstone Pictures, which was more of an adult brand, but not in the theme parks. And now when you go into the theme parks, you're not 100% sure whether you're going to see a dude in a dress working as a cast member, and putting on the wrong kind of show, not the kind of fantasy that's supposed to be the kind of fantasy for kids, but the wrong kind of show altogether. Yeah, very confusing, very ugly. You're 100% right, Jess. Like, you've been going to, I've seen your videos, Jess, of your park in Ohio. What's it called?
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. You've been going to Cedar Point. Cedar Point, I'm assuming, is seasonal and probably closes down over the winter, does all their work then, correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it's true that the Magic Kingdom doesn't have that option, right? What's weird, though, is typically, this is the Halloween season at Magic Kingdom. September is a seasonal month that's usually off, right? It's usually usual that September is a slow month. October, however, gets busy. I'm really surprised that they've chosen now to do all this. A lot of times they'll do it after the first 2 weeks of January. That's when you see construction walls go up. That's when you see refurbs take place. Cali River Rapids goes down for a couple of weeks. They make sure that's refurbed. You know, that's typical. But I have never in my entire life, 16 years going to Walt Disney World as either a pass holder or cast member, I've never seen it like this before. I've never seen it in this condition. What do you think?
I don't know. It feels like they're kind of trying to just throw everything in as fast as they can get walls up. But it's not like they didn't know that Epic was coming down the road. And I don't know. It's weird. It's like they're acting in a way that they're surprised that they need to get all of this done. So they're just doing it all at the same time.
I agree. I think it's very, very strange because like I said, I've never seen anything like this before in all my years of going to Walt Disney World. And I totally understand the need for refurbs and construction and all that stuff, but so much all at once and to happen right now is just a little bit strange. And it's some of the things that are going away are just sad. I think some of it's, maybe some of it's going to be good, but I also think that it's much, much harder to trust Disney now than it used to be, as far as what we're expecting, coming from them with the way that Imagineering has been lately. There's a Muppet Courtyard, what was Muppet Courtyard, and you can see the construction walls up in front of that, so that everything around Galaxy's Edge, going to Galaxy's Edge, that's all blocked off as well. So, and Hollywood Studios has just as many construction walls as Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. That's what's so weird. I mean, it's not just a few construction walls. It's not just like one little isolated place. It would be one thing if it was just that, just that area. But check this out. This is crazy. How about these construction walls? Get this up on the screen.
What are they working on there?
So you got bathrooms behind there. You've got facilities areas. Then they've got stuff going on behind Galaxy's Edge. So this is the entryway between Toy Story Land and Galaxy's Edge. Mm-hmm. And you've got all these construction walls back there. That is 3 totally different sections of the park that are all walled off to guests. I mean, it is absolutely nuts. And I wish that I would have taken video at Animal Kingdom. I got a bunch of pictures the other day, but I'm just, I don't know. It's really, really surprising. All of that being said, let's get to our main story of the night, which I have to switch things around for. And let me see here.
I'm just, what isn't being worked on that people can look forward to doing?
Right now, Epcot's the only thing. Oh, there is a story that goes along with this. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that was up. This is my story. This is out of thatparkplace.com. Mass Walt Disney World. You know what I should play? Let's play an intro. Let's play an intro to this story real quick.
Lowered expectations.
Lowered expectations.
Womp
Exactly.
womp.
You can expect from Disney right now. Mass Walt Disney World closures in 2025 leave Disney a darker place. Muppets, Dinoland, Liberty Bell, and more gone forever. This is a list of everything that we are losing or have lost this last year. Okay, so Walt Disney World has shut down a staggering list of attractions in 2025 with closures including Muppet Vision 3D, the Liberty Bell Riverboat, and nearly all of Dinoland USA. On September 25th, 2025, our good friend Drew the Disney Dude highlighted just how many permanent closures have already taken place at Walt Disney World just this year alone. Check out this post on X. Listed 17 attractions and areas that have been shut down for good. A shocking number for longtime fans of the parks. There's the post. Drew the Disney Dude, Drew Smith. This year's permanent closures at Walt Disney World. Fossil, Fun Games, Chester and Hester's, Dinosaur Treasure, Triceratops Spin, Chester and Hester's, Donnerama, It's Tough to Be a Bug, Stage One Company Store, Mama Melrose Ristorante Italiano, Pizza Rizzo, Muppet Vision 3D, Muppets Courtyard, Tom Sawyer Island, the Liberty Bell Riverboat, Rivers of America, the Boneyard Play Area at Dinoland, Disney Junior Play and Dance Party, Star Wars Launch Bay, and Animation Courtyard, which you just saw behind all those walls. This wave of Walt Disney World closures includes longtime family favorites, the best toddler play area in the resort. One attraction may say overstayed its welcome, and even a piece of Walt Disney's personal legacy. And I want to get to that. We're going to scroll down here real quick. You can see what's coming, but the Liberty Bell and Walt's legacy sunk. Perhaps the most painful closures of 2025 came on July 7th when Disney shut down the Liberty Bell Riverboat, Rivers of America, and Tom Sawyer Island in the Magic Kingdom. And that's what it looked like before the construction walls went up. The river they were draining the water. You could see the track from the Liberty Bell. And it's just disgusting looking. So obviously they needed the walls. I don't know if it made it look worse or look better. But these were not just attractions. These were deeply personal creations tied to Walt Disney himself. Walt Disney designed the original Tom Sawyer Island at Disneyland in 1956, inspired by his Missouri childhood and love for Mark Twain's novels, which all took place in Missouri, like the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, that all took place in Missouri. As a matter of fact, I've personally been to Injun Joe's Cave, like the real one. It's it's either Onondaga or Merrimack Caverns. I can't remember which one it's in, but I've been to both of them. Yeah. So the real cave from the book, I've been to it, and you could actually go into simulated versions of these caves on Tom Sawyer Island. It was so cool. His brother Roy ensured that the legacy carried into Walt Disney World with his own island, riverboat, and the Rivers of America. Now, this entire piece of history is gone and set to be replaced by this car-themed land called Pissed On Peak. Like, is it really because they've pissed on the legacy of Walt Disney? Is that what they're doing? Is that why the name? What do you think, guys? Seriously, I want to get your input on this.
I'm gonna hold my my tongue a little bit because yellow showers are no fun if I'm going to a park.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Lou told this great story about the entrance to Disney and how it would be that the Old West in America, and you go down And Walt's vision was you went through the real world until you got to the castle.
Yeah.
Up until that, it was real Americana, real parts of America, real parts of American life. And he was so passionate about that theming. And then after the castle was supposed to be the fantasy, and that represented Walt's own journey of the hard work and the ingenuity until you get to that castle, and then you create the fantasy. And it feels like that critical part of Walt's own journey has been plucked out of the park.
I agree 100%. I mean, that's what they've lost. Losing Tom Sawyer's Island, especially at Walt Disney World, because it was, I know they still have a version of it at Disneyland, but they had to shrink it down a little bit. So we actually still had kind of the better version of the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, and it was a lot more natural. There weren't restaurants butting up next to it like there are at Disneyland. It wasn't as busy, it wasn't as bunched, and when you went over to the island, it was a retreat, and you felt like you had some rest and respite. And if you had a busy day at the park, you could grab your food from Pecos Bill's and then take your food, have it bagged up or whatever, go take the raft over to Tom Sawyer's Island, and there were picnic tables set up over there where you could enjoy a family picnic, and a little play area on top for the kids by the picnic tables. And then of course the kids could run around and discover the caves and all. It was a blast. And obviously I've got our last visit to the island up on the channel, which people can see. But yeah, it's definitely an area that I think is going to be missed. Before we do leave all of Walt Disney World, the construction, Piston Peak that's coming, and everything else, anybody else have final thoughts on this?
My hope, honestly, and I don't want to get my hopes up how things are anymore at Disney, but is that they would incorporate some of what we've lost from Tom Sawyer Island into this new Piston Peak area. I don't know if that'll happen, but if there could be interactive elements, stuff like that. I mean, having a little boy who loved to run through those caves and go on the bouncy bridges and stuff across the water, like, you don't have any of that anymore. And I really hope it translates, maybe even just a little bit over to Piston Peak.
Yeah, the walking bridges, that footbridge thing, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Obviously that was closed the last day we were there because it was pouring down rain. It would have been dangerous to go on, but I've walked across it several times, and the most amazing views of the Haunted Mansion were from there. I have some great shots. Thank goodness that I have had the opportunity to enjoy what I did enjoy over the years, because I've gotten some great photographs and had the opportunity to enjoy it. Anyone else with final thoughts before we leave this story? Jeremy or Tom?
It's just too bad. I think you said it, and I can't stop thinking about it now. They really have plucked Walt out of Disney. I mean, the things that he was so representative of, the steamships and Tom Sawyer's Island and all the Americana, is just gone.
Yeah. That's what I think is the most sad, is that Walt loved America and Americana, and Liberty Square still stands, and I hope that it remains, but it's frightening, because if they can take away Frontierland or retheme it and still call it Frontierland, but it doesn't really represent the American frontier anymore, it really has me incredibly concerned with what they're going to do with Liberty Square, and what will they call that?
They'll call it Tiananmen Square.
Oh,
oh gosh. Oh,
sorry.
Oh man.
Let's hope it doesn't go there.
And I had
And then
a couple
Dan's-
of Tiananmen Square.
And Piston Peak is of course being named after an area in Plains. Plains is a forgotten movie. That's my thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea because it's supposed to be a park out west, but out west is not still the American frontier, and the national parks are not the American frontier. The American frontier was a period of time It wasn't just a place. It was a period of time. I know this because where did I grow up? I grew up at the edge of the American frontier. I grew up in St. Louis, so did Walt Disney. Well, the other side of it, the other side of the state. And what was his town? Walt Disney's home.
Marceline.
Marceline, thank you. So he grew up in Marceline, Missouri. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis is the gateway to the West, right? So the gateway to the American frontier, where Lewis and Clark started on their trail, pushing forward into the American frontier before the Oregon Trail that we all played in high school, right?
Everybody
Eating
died.
buffalo tonight.
Yeah, I just think it's sad to lose all that and having it replaced with this cars thing. To me is a travesty. I hope they get it right. I hope they do a good job. I certainly would want the park to be a good park. I don't want it to be a bad park. And I hope that they have a big water element in it.
Yep.
But it's never going to be the Rivers of America. It's never going to be what that was. A lot of people don't understand the importance of the Rivers of America and what that was supposed to teach people. The Rivers of America represented the mighty Mississippi, the Missouri, the Ohio. And for those that understand why those are so important to the United States geography, they made worldwide trade immensely possible.
Yes.
Throughout American history like nothing ever had before. And they also protect us. There's all kinds of things that go into the geography of the Rivers of America and why they make this land that we're on so special. There's a lot to learn from all of that. And I think it's sad that we're going away from that. But we have more news to get to. Epic Universe Stardust Racers. Yes, you saw it in the headline on the thumbnail. They're under fire as new injury claims emerge. And they emerge from the attorney for Rodriguez family. There is a photograph of Stardust Racers that is at Epic Universe, and there was a press conference held yesterday by Benjamin Crump. Now, a couple of things. I've been following this story. I've been writing for that Park Place, and a couple of things about this story. So here is basically what has unfolded thus far. On Wednesday, the 17th of September, unfortunately, there was a situation where this 32-year-old young man who was confined to a wheelchair for a spinal situation that he'd had throughout his life. He was a theme park enthusiast. He had been on many coasters before. Didn't seem like this would be an issue to him, but went on the ride. Apparently fell unconscious, like right at the beginning of the ride, got knocked around, and suffered injuries that led to his passing. Okay, so
oh dear gosh.
So that's what happened.
So he fell unconscious when he first got on the ride.
I'm assuming that it had to be at the launch or something like that, because supposedly he was unconscious throughout the ride and getting banged back and forth.
So how is that Universal's fault?
Well, that's the thing. There's warning signs. There's all kinds. Yeah. It has to do with the attorney that the family hired is the same attorney that represented the estate of George Floyd.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
okay.
Historically, he doesn't always take these cases on in good faith.
So that's where we're starting off with the story tonight. The fallout from the September the 17th, 2025 death of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala is only intensifying. On September the 30th, nationally known civil rights attorney Ben Crump held a press conference where he revealed that several more riders have come forward with disturbing new claims of injuries on the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Universal Orlando's Epic Universe. Okay, brand new park. So we went from Disney's all these walls and lot of reasons to not go there, and everybody wants to see this brand new Epic Universe. And so to have this accident right now at the forefront is, I would just say, obviously you never want to have anything like this happen, but also the timing of it during the very first season, very first year that this is open is awful.
You know,
yeah, go ahead.
It's like, okay, you get on it. It could happen to anybody. I can get on anything, have a heart attack, pass out. But if you're going to pass out something that fierce and you don't wake up from getting jostled around, something else is wrong. I mean, it stinks the guy passed. Don't get, that's not what I'm saying. It's not a good thing, but
yeah,
it's a risk everybody takes who goes to a theme park. They're not called theme parks because there's no risk.
Tom, did you go on it? Have you been on Stardust?
That one I didn't get on, and I'll tell you why I didn't get on it, because I looked at the I know what my injury was, and I wasn't going to chance it.
So there you go. So Tom, perfect example, hasn't ridden the ride. I did ride the ride. I've been on this coaster, and I will tell you that it scared the living daylights out of me because it's a thrill coaster. It's a high thrill coaster. It is supposed to be. It's fast. It's high. It's got twists and turns, and it's scary, but it's also fun. Dan's Life of the Kingdom
someone
has
with
been
a
on.
damaged spinal column on that, someone who is already confined to a wheelchair under that type of ride. That seems really
well. And he had to have assistance getting on the ride as well. He wasn't able to do it on his own.
That should be a no.
Right. Like I feel terrible, obviously, anytime someone loses their life, but there's more to this. Like clearly he had health problems, That's sad.
Yeah. So there's definitely other things going on. But here is what Crump said. Crump said the new reports echo the allegations of Sandy Streets. Sandy Streets claimed that earlier this year, the ride left her with permanent head and neck trauma. So she had ridden, I believe, the 30th of April. She filed a lawsuit against Universal. Universal settled that very, very quickly. There's no... it's not really known what the settlement was. She was asking for $50,000 to $75,000. I don't know what the settlement was for. It's undisclosed. So I don't know if she got exactly what she was asking for, or if she got much less, or if she was just, one of the ambulance chasers, as they say. So I can't speculate on that. But here's what she said. According to Crump, witnesses and riders are now describing similar problems: violent ride motion, faulty restraints, and physical impacts that go beyond what should be expected on a thrill ride. I have been on this, and therefore I kind of disagree with that. One woman in a statement shared through a GoFundMe fundraiser that she said she lost consciousness on the coaster in May and sustained spinal injuries. So here's my question. Why did she have a GoFundMe for that and not a lawsuit against Universal? So that's an interesting thing. Others claim they were violently thrown against the ride's restraints or even experienced restraint malfunctions during the course of the ride. Crump pointed to these testimonies as proof that Zavala's case is not an isolated incident, but part of a pattern of ongoing safety issues. And then he blasted Universal's oversight. He was highly critical of Universal's handling of earlier complaints. He argued that if the company had taken the warning seriously, safety improvements could have been made long before Zavala's death. And his quote, okay, here's a quote. "These injuries were red flags," Crump said, calling Universal's response inadequate. He also took aim at Florida's regulatory system. So there's a picture of the roller coaster. You can see it as a dueling coaster. It's got twin tracks. It's very, very cool. But he went so far as to take aim at the state. He goes, major theme parks like Universal and Disney are exempt from the state's routine ride inspections, instead required only to self-report incidents. But see, the thing is, there's no reason for them to hide anything. Like, they wouldn't want to do that because it would come out. It would be bad. Crump argued that the policing model leaves guests vulnerable and called for stricter external oversight. As part of his legal team's demands, Crump has requested ride video footage, maintenance logs, and inspection records. So far, Universal has not complied. He insists the ride should remain closed until independent investigators gain access to those materials. So
I think he should just grow the Crump away.
I mean, hey, and that's the thing. I got to that in this article. And again, if you get a chance, go over to that Park Place, read the whole thing. Fans push back. Reopen Stardust Racers. This is the fan pushback. While Crump has demanded the coaster remain closed, a vocal segment of coaster enthusiasts is calling for the opposite on social media. Many fans argue that Stardust Racers should reopen immediately despite the ongoing investigation. So this is from Theme Park Talker on X. Been so pro investigation on Stardust Racers, but we're at the point where the family is being selfish requesting the ride to stay closed. You can't bring someone back. It's a horribly sad tragedy accident, and I donated. But millions of riders, one incident, ride and team functioned normally.
I'm going to go back in time here. Back to Action Park days. Where was this guy then?
Yeah.
Sorry, but people died there. People got hurt there. You didn't see this type of crap going on.
I mean, it's happened all over the place. You know, we had that situation a couple years ago with that individual who was from St. Louis who passed on the big up and down ride attraction.
Right.
That was because apparently there was more to this story. This was a person who also, he should not have been allowed on the ride.
Nope.
And the people working the ride safety and, you know, letting people on and off, they should have flagged him and said, I'm sorry. Like, apparently they knew that they could not get his restraint all the way fastened on him. And maybe there might have been an argument, I'm not sure, that he demanded to ride the ride, but the restraint wouldn't go all the way over him. And he fell off. They've taken that ride down, but there were some issues with the manufacturer and the guidebook not being followed and a couple of things. So far, as far as the Stardust Racers incident, they found none of that. Right. What about Cedar Point, Jess? Any incidents or accidents that were big at Cedar Point that you can compare this to?
It's interesting. First of all, I looked at the restraints because I have not been on Stardust Racers. I haven't been down to Epic yet. It comes over the head so that you have a lap harness, not just like a bar. Like, I mean, it really sits down on your lap, across your hips, on your legs. And then it creates head protection as well. It's not super comfy if you hit it, but it is better than hitting a hard object. We have multiple coasters at Cedar Point, right? So we have Top Thrill Dragster has a very similar restraint. It goes 120 miles an hour, 420 feet up. Millennium Force is 300 feet up and it goes 90 miles an hour, same restraint. And Maverick also, it goes a little bit faster at 70 miles an hour and is a very similar ride system with the launches like Stardust Racers is, same restraint system. I don't personally remember hearing of any like major like deaths or anything like that, probably injuries like anywhere else, but it's just not something you hear of.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I used to go to Cedar Point quite a bit. The last roller coaster I got hurt on was the Mean Streak. It was the world's largest wooden roller coaster. Yeah. And it was just, it would whip you around and you just get bruises on your arms, but
yeah,
it was great.
And they totally redid that. It's a steel like hybrid coaster now. So, but yeah, I used to get bruised on that one too. That was a bad one.
I mean, the thing about coasters, they are thrill rides, but I mean, I have my own issues with coasters. I was much more of a coaster enthusiast when I was younger than I am now because I'm older and, you know, the bones and the muscles and the things, they change, right? And not for everybody, but they're not like the most uncomfortable coaster to me right now is actually Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom. It's very 1970s and it's super shaky. And I don't like that. I don't like the feeling like this the entire time I'm on a coaster.
Yeah.
I love smooth coasters and stuff. The Hulk I went on recently, fan-freaking-tastic. It shoots out well. It's so smooth. The Incredible Hulk coaster at Islands of Adventure. Velocicoaster is awesome, scary. Velocicoaster, yeah. Dan's Life of the Kingdom says this. Velocicoaster and Stardust, very, very similar. But I love the element of Stardust Racers like Dueling Dragons, where it's a dueling coaster. I've only been on the yellow side. Apparently, there's a difference between yellow and green, but I don't see a reason for them to not bring this back. And sure, maybe they have to change the headrest or the restraints or put more cushioning in. Maybe
Honestly,
there's
I think we
something.
should just exclude people who have his type of condition.
You have
All right.
have to ban people that can't support their own body, and you're going to get hit with discrimination lawsuits at that point.
At that point, it's like, hey, this is what's going to happen. You will suffer major consequences if you ride this ride.
Look, Native Hawaiian chimed in. Yeah, the guy had spinal atrophy from his T2 to his T5. All right, so that is a condition, a lifelong condition that he had. He passes out. He's an instant ragdoll. Exactly. So, but the thing is, it's not up to Universal to prevent that person from going on the ride if they demand to go, and it's not like a size issue. All of the restraints. He was under the restraints that fit on him properly, and they acted the way they were supposed to. He didn't act the way that he was supposed to.
This could have been a
William
seizure of
says,
some kind.
right. People should know that some of these coasters, your body is being subjected to G-forces that combat pilots experiences. The study was conducted a few years ago that confirmed this. Yeah, absolutely. Those parts of that you're restrained, but that's the whole kind of joy of it, right? That's the whole that feeling of whoa, it's exciting, right? Was that my mom chimed in? Knott's Berry Farm still has a very old shaky wooden coaster. I think it's called Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
I'd like to.
Bob's talked about that.
Yeah, so there's I can't remember what it was called. I want to say it was like the Zipper or something like that, but I went on Elvis Presley's favorite wooden coaster, old coaster, torn down now, I believe, and that was in Memphis, Tennessee. I went on that in 1992, I think, and it was whatever small park was in Memphis, Tennessee, but that was a super shaky coaster. Wooden coasters, they build new ones today, but yeah, they're typically more shaky. And what do you say, just the roughest ride at Cedar Point, Blue Streak? What's that?
Yeah.
Streak.
No, Blue Streak is kind of the winner now. Jeremy.
It's their oldest coaster, I think. That's
It's
only
the
reason
oldest
still
coaster.
there.
Yeah, it's a tiny little thing, and everyone takes their kids on it thinking it's going to be great, and it's really painful.
Awful. I
So
lost my
when
hat and my
people,
lunch on that.
but you don't lose your clothes. You don't actually end up streaking like a blue streak.
No,
I
You
hope not.
could, if you had a loose
It's frowned
fitting
upon.
shirt, it whips you. It literally, it's very herky jerky,
Yeah.
like a wildcat type ride almost.
Yeah.
Just
Well, that again, that story continues to develop, and we will see where it goes. I hope for the sake of Universal and for the family that they can look. The family hasn't filed suit yet, so there's something going on where they really don't have the information that they need, and
they want a huge settlement.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
building up the hype.
I mean, more than likely, the problem with settlements is I understand what they can do for a family who's lost a loved one, but they'll never bring back the loved one. It's not going to happen. And
This is a cash grab. I hate to say it like that, but at this point, if you're going that big,
yeah. And and with the attorney that they've hired, that makes sense, and that's why he's making a spectacle of it in as much as he possibly can.
Yeah.
And it's
You see what
a
Nate
pain.
is saying? We have a guinea pig.
I will subject myself for science and this channel when Tormenta opens up at Six Flags over Texas. All right. Well, you volunteered, Native. You have volunteered. Yeah. So, and then Dan, of course, says there's more to the story. Family needs to stop delaying and bring out the truth. Yeah, I would love to know. I'd love to know what that is, but right now we're left in the dark, and we'll leave it at that. We have a couple more stories to get to, and what I'd like to do is actually go to a more positive story about the same park, and it's kind of a fun one. Putting this on the screen out of thatparkplace.com, Danny Elfman's Dark Universe soundtrack arrives on streaming platforms. So this is fun. Danny Elfman did the soundtrack for Dark Universe, and now you can stream it.
That's super cool.
Nice.
Danny Elfman's original soundtrack for the Dark Universe section of Universal Orlando's upcoming, well, it shouldn't be upcoming. It's there. Epic Universe theme park is now available on major streaming platforms. The album was released digitally following its limited physical debut on vinyl earlier in the year. Ooh,
really?
Vinyl debut? Yeah. Says before the streaming launch, the soundtrack was first released as a park exclusive vinyl for purchase. I did not see that there. Did you see it, Tom?
No, I think I would have picked it up.
Yeah. It says the edition became available early in March during preview periods. I was there during the preview period. I did not see it, but I was also not aware of it.
You should check Amazon.
Oh, that's right. That Oingo Boingo was Danny Elfman. I always forget that that's like one and the same.
Yep.
It was sold only at Dark Universe merchandise locations within the park. The initial vinyl stock sold out quickly. Maybe that's why we didn't find it there, Tom. It says that the initial vinyl stock sold out quickly. Universal restocked the vinyl on May 22nd. Okay, that was after that I went there, because I went there on the 17th to coincide with the official opening of Epic Universe. Guess the album has since remained a feature product in the Dark Universe retail area. Well, if they have it when I go back, I'm going to get it, because I have a limited vinyl collection, and I would love to add that.
That's cool.
Do you have an? Oh, I'm sorry, Ron.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you have an older record player, or do you have one of the new ones that has like a Bluetooth connection?
I don't have a record player. I just have a. I have a vinyl. I have a vinyl collection. I don't have anything to play it on currently.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you a record player.
But because of that, my vinyl is actually staying in very good shape. So it's not played.
If you hold it up to your ear, maybe.
Look,
you can hear.
I'm gonna get you a needle and thread.
Oh my god!
I have no way. I'm not using that. Look, I have the original Star Wars double sleeve vinyl album.
So do I.
And I have that one. I have the original long form Rapper's Delight from 1977.
Oh my gosh. And they're unplayed.
They've been played. They just haven't been played for like 30 years. I have the Jackson 5. I have a ton of the Osmond stuff. I've got several Osmond things that have been signed because I know them. I have Strings and Pucks has some Billy Joel. Yeah. Okay. New super chat goal. Get Ron a record player. Well, thanks. But right now, I'm still going to work on my, any super chats right now are going towards my laptop, because I've got it picked out. I picked it out the other day.
Yay.
And I just need it. So Dan's Life with the Kingdom says, Ron, you could listen to the Burning Blade Tavern now if you want. Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. I think this is an awesome story and an awesome idea.
So did they say what streaming platforms they're on?
That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so the Dark Universe album contains 16 original tracks by Elfman. The music was created specifically for Universal's themed land, blends elements of gothic horror with the studio's legacy for monster films. The score is heard throughout the area's streets, restaurants, and shops, as well as in attractions, including Monsters Unchained, The Frankenstein Experiment, and The Curse of the werewolf. The track titles include Dark Universe Fanfare. I believe that sounds something like this. Da-da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-dun-dun. Da-da-da-da-da. No, wait, no, never mind. That's Batman. Okay.
Do Bat Dance.
Also, Dance. Oh, God. I love those songs back in the day. All that Prince stuff.
That was
so
the
funny.
secondary album they did for that movie, and I loved it.
I loved it too. All those Prince songs were great. Monster Effin' Open the Doors, Victoria's Monsters, Experimental Trials, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go down the whole list.
Fantastic
Let's see.
Names.
Yeah. The runtime is approximately 40 minutes. I'm going to see if I can go down. Okay, so let's see. An Instagram post that talks about his creative process. I'm trying to see. Wet streaming. I'm not finding it. Cham, where'd you put this? Okay.
I'm gonna look on something.
It says now available on major streaming platforms. So my guess is that it might be available on Apple, in the Apple Store, or Spotify. And my understanding too is that the Celestial Park music is also available. So, but I'm not sure. I'm looking for where you can find it. If anybody, maybe somebody in the chat, Dan's live at the King.
Dan said Crapple Music, but I won't use Crapple Music.
Apple.
Crapple.
Well, Dan says they have it on YouTube as well.
That's what I'm looking for.
I found it on Apple Music. Sorry, Tom. Apple Music.
Oh, you use Crapple? Sorry.
I do. Sorry, I gave in years ago.
Yeah, I have an album on Apple Music. So, be nice.
Nope. Sorry, dude. Crapple Music.
It's on Apple.
I found it on YouTube also. YouTube Music.
There you
I
go.
have an
YouTube
album on
Music.
YouTube.
Hey guys, if you look up on Apple Music, you can actually look up, I don't know how well you can see the Universal Parks and Destinations. I feel like I'm like one of those influencers with my makeup as the artist, and it has the Celestial Park and the Dark Universe albums both under there.
William says, this was funny. William says, no, I have one 10 minutes away from me. Circuit City, maybe what you're thinking. Circuit City. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember Circuit City.
Jeremy was saying
All the Best Buys
Best
just
Buy went out of
shut down
business.
around us. They're like,
Really?
gone.
We have a bunch cross the border.
I'm no fan of Best Buy, but that's only because I've worked there and they were one of the worst companies that I've ever
Good for
worked
digital cameras if you don't have a phone. That's, I guess we don't buy them anymore, but they had a great digital camera section for some reason.
They did, and they had really good coverage. If anything died, you could just get a replacement.
Except the employees.
Oh my goodness. Well, either way you can find it. It's YouTube Music, Apple streaming service, and go out there and look for it because I'm sure, and this is what's really cool, is it's great background music for all of your Halloween festivities, which is a big deal to me because I am so big into Halloween music and that kind of stuff. I used to play Phantom of the Opera. And then I had the entire, I don't know how I got it. I had all of the Haunted Mansion. I want to say when I was like 20 years old, I had somehow gotten a recording of all of Haunted Mansion from like the ride, like a 30-minute long thing. I don't know, loop.
Really? Like the sounds?
Like all of like the soundtrack of what you're going through on the ride.
That's cool.
Yeah, so and I think we have one more story to get to. What kind of a story? I don't know if you would consider this good news or bad news. It might be good news. It might be bad news. I'm not really sure.
I have news. What type of news is it? Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad. Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
All right, so here we go. It's told by WDW Pro. It may be bad news for Disney, but it's good news for families. So we'll tell this bad news in a good way, as WDW Pro does. Disney World slashes family vacation prices by $1,000 and more for 2026 in sign of aggressive need for customers. Well, there you go. I have not read this story, and I have been looking for all of what discounts might be available, so I'm very curious. It says Disney World is driving the cost of hotel reservations for normal family vacations down more than $1,000 through half of all 2026. Although Disney frames a new gigantic cost cut for hotels as a generous save up to promotion, the magnitude and terms of the discount hint at a less flattering possibility. Disney may be struggling to keep its hotel occupancy levels up to more comfortable margins. I would say so, because it doesn't look to me like they're very busy. Disney doesn't typically offer flat high dollar discounts at premier resorts unless it believes it's an absolute must. $250 a night discount for deluxe level resorts where room rates routinely run high is a bold move, especially when layered on top of ticket bundles with a window of opportunity that stretches half a year. If baseline demand were robust, there'd be less need to slash rates that deeply. So here it is, notes from Neverland. Post on X, discount alert. There's some new Disney World hotel discounts for spring 2026. And it says Disney has announced a new batch of hotel discounts for spring 2026. Guests can save up to 25% off for stays at Disney hotels on select nights. The requirement of a 4-night minimum plus purchase of the park tickets suggests Disney wants to lock in more total visitor days, not just transient one-night stays. It's not just filling rooms. They want to ensure guests come and stay with intention. That's what one might expect in a market with soft demand. By extending this deal into the heart of spring and summer 2026, long before those dates arrive. Now, this is a big deal because spring break is usually their busiest time of the year outside of Christmas. So long before those dates arrive, Disney is signaling they want commitments earlier than usual. Historically, many big discounts were dumped closer to travel dates with occupancy lag. Here, Disney is front-loading that strategy. Additionally, we're looking at steep discounts that don't just cover usual downtimes for Walt Disney World. Instead, this is a blanket cover for nearly all of 2026 through the end of July. We ever seen such a thing before? It probably shouldn't be a surprise. Disney World is currently showing wait times so low they rival when Disney reopened during the pandemic with almost nobody in the parks. There you can see the data right out of Thrill Data itself. When the parks reopened is, so if you look at the high part of the chart on the left, that's prior to the pandemic. And then right after that, there was closures. And then there was a pandemic reopening. But if you look at the pandemic reopening on the left and where we are right now on the right, we're at the same place. And right now, Walt Disney World doesn't have any restraints on its occupancy like they had at the pandemic. So, wow. Yeah, buy 3 nights, get 1 free. That's basically what it is, man. Average Carmageddon asks, how much did they raise the prices so that they could get these discounts? How little is this discount? Well, I know that the lowest price for Grand Floridian, normally $845. So if they're letting Grand Floridian go for under $600 a night, that's crazy, because I know Disney does not want that. But Grand Floridian is a big construction zone. What do you think, Jess? Are you jumping on this? Are you going?
So much so we're moving there next year. I know I can't personally afford a deluxe resort rate. I hope that this lets some families get down there, but I would also hate for this current environment with walls everywhere to be someone's first trip.
Oh, God. If
Like,
it's
that would be sad.
I saw those buttons today, you know, like the first visit buttons, and I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
feel bad for these people.
You know what?
Can you imagine?
I would be at that customer service going,
Yeah.
I just dragged my whole family here. You're giving us something because this is ridiculous.
You're gonna go to Walmart. You're gonna buy that little BB pistol, and you're gonna be Chevy Chase with the security guard.
I can't even break the skin.
Ron? Nah.
Oh, sorry, folks. Park's closed. Moose
Oh.
out front should have told you. Man, I miss John Candy. I miss John Candy so much.
I
You
miss
know
the
what's-
80s and 90s just in general.
Do you know the funniest thing about that movie is the end of the movie had to be reshot. So there was a different ending, and it did not test well with audiences. So it was maybe 9 months after the initial shoot that they brought back the family, and at that time,
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall was like 6 inches taller or something. He had like gone through a growth spurt.
Wow.
And so they had to do camera tricks to make him look different. But if you look closely, you'll notice the difference in how he looks during those final scenes. How different it is. It's kind of like I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's really funny because I've watched it before. How much I'm watching the background now, and I notice that background actors change constantly in that film. Like there are literal scenes where the background actor is a woman, and the camera goes this way and then back, and it's a man, and it's supposed to be the same person, but in the same scene. And it's like, okay, they've obviously had to pick that up a day or two later, didn't have the same people, and like we got to throw somebody in there, and they'll never know. Well, years later when you rewatch, we're picking up on a lot of this stuff now that we can stream movies and watch things over and over again. A lot of these things are picked up. Yes, Jeremy. Anthony Michael Hall was in what is now known as the worst season of Saturday Night Live. For one season. And you know who else was on the show?
Wasn't RDJ on that?
Yes. Robert Downey Jr. was also an SNL cast member.
Like he was on there as a regular?
Yeah. Well, so it was that, the first year that they were on there, and they were only on 1 year. So technically they were regulars, but it's like, I think it's when they are doing the credits, they're in that featured portion. Like here's the regular stars, and then it'll say featuring, and then it'll have, so but yeah, pretty funny when you think about it, because when they did the flashback scene in Civil War, I think, with RDJ, and he looked like a young kid, he looked the same as he did on SNL.
Yes. He looked like a kid forever, like in all the Molly Ringwald movies, like the Pickup Artist. He just looked like a child.
And it's funny because I have my own like fan theory that Tony Stark is actually RDJ's character from Weird Science.
Yes, he
that
forgot
was
to
actually
hook up the doll.
He was actually a young Tony Stark.
We forgot to hook up the doll.
Oh god! And all of a sudden, he's built a weapon. Look at that! What a surprise! Anyway,
a rocket in the living room.
Guys, thank you so much for your support. We've got 3 different member milestone chats that came in tonight. So we had one from Fulton Mraz, Dan's Life at the Kingdom. Came in with the member milestone chat, and also on Andy W. Walls would make me feel claustrophobic. Thank you for all of those member chats. Quick celebration before we head off. Let's do this one. Okay, guys, get ready with your emojis in the chat. We all celebrate together. You ready? Let's go.
Man, that Chewbacca it's got the moves.
Man, that's when Star Wars at Hollywood Studios was fun. Galaxy's Edge is like like Star Wars prison.
You secretly was Chewbacca for one of those dances, weren't you?
It's possible.
What's the minimum height if you're going to play Chewbacca?
Probably about mine, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Taller than me.
Yeah.
Well, there's always the Ewok village, Jess.
I'd fit in well. Thank you.
That's mean. That's mean, Jeremy.
Love. Hey, they got the jams, man.
They're very
Dude,
cute.
Ewoks are deadly, man.
They do.
Yeah.
They got spears twice their own height.
And they're cannibalistic.
Wouldn't you be? They look delicious.
Yes.
Tom, tell us where people can find you.
All over the place.
Swinging the Blue Wrench.
Yeah, I got the Blue Wrench. I got to get it out. It's here. It's here. Being the pro show, messing with his audience, making sure everybody's listening and behaving. Lorena's, Dadman's. Too many places. But hopefully I'll get some rocket launches going, and I don't know, maybe I'll do a pop-up live stream this weekend someplace.
There you go. Jeremy, tell us about Strings and Pucks.
Absolutely. Please come over to Strings and Pucks. I have songs that are introduced on Sundays and Tuesdays. And then this Friday, I have my first sponsored demonstration. I was sponsored by Black Mountain Picks, kind of because of the type of music I play, and it's very exciting.
Very cool. So go over to Strings and Pucks, subscribe, check him out. And Jess hearts the theme part.
I do. Thank you all for being here. We love seeing you. You guys, I'm at almost 700 subs on the YouTube. Yay! It just blew up. I think people like Halloween time stuff. So if you haven't gotten over there, come check it out. I'd love to have you. And like Jeremy was saying, he's got a really good voice. Go see his stuff too. You'll like it.
There you go. Thank you, Jess Hart's Theme Parks. And I can be found here at Follow the Bradley's Fun or on the WDW Pro Show. We are, by the way, going to stream right into the WDW Pro Show, but there will be a little bit of a break, so we'll raid over there. But I should probably eat something since I've eaten nothing today. So I'm going to try to eat. I'm going to try to eat. I'll eat Ewok meat. Yeah, so... So again, and yeah, if you're not subscribed to Follow the Bradley's Fun, please do subscribe to Follow the Bradley's Fun. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Share this out on your social medias, and of course, we always encourage you to click that notification bell. When you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm, and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. We've got other fun things on the way. I should be back with another dish Sunday afternoon at 3:15, right after Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you on the old T3PO channel. Thank you to all of my guests, Tom, Jeremy, and Jess, for being here tonight. And thank you to all of the mods. And thank you for the member milestone chats and all of your support. You guys are awesome. We appreciate every single one of you. And until the next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shot.